Yeah, 600, nigga. Shout out to you, Lodge. This for you, my nigga.
Hey, hey, hey. And we are fucking back with another episode of the B.Garber podcast. It's none other than your boy B.Garber. I got a super special guest with me today. I'm going to let my brother introduce himself.
Well, I'm Kyle. Pump concrete for same company that Brian works for. And
You dig?
been a farmer my whole life, so this should be interesting. Huh?
For sure. And that's what we here for, bro. So how long you been on a farm?
Well, been on a farm since I can remember. Both sides of my family, grandpas.
No shit.
So
hold on. So your mom and your dad's sides were farmers? That's fucking crazy.
Non-blood related, both sides. So, met a family probably when I was 7. Good family friend.
Mm-hmm.
Had a dairy farm and took me under their wing.
Okay.
Grandma and grandpa. You know. After that, it was grandma and grandpa. You know, I went out to Belding and kind of got real involved and invested in
farming.
Grandma and grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, it was non-blood family, but I don't say that anymore because it's family. You know, aunts and uncles that aren't blood, and they're my aunts and my uncles. You know, that's
a beautiful thing.
That's how the farming family works. You know, and you do good. But I mean, 9 years old, 4 o'clock in the morning, milking cows before school.
Shit.
So
that's tough.
Yeah, that's just how it was.
So how big is this farm?
So back then, that side of the family, we only milked about 100, 150. But back then, you know, that's
a lot of fucking cows.
That's 1999. You know, that's 2000. And that was all family.
Yeah.
Grandpa milked cows morning, night, and then it was, non-family. My Uncle Jim was there, which was Harold's son.
Okay.
And then it was me and
who's Harold?
2 other buddies. Harold owned the farm.
Okay.
He owned the farm, and he actually passed away in 2002.
R.I.P. to him.
But, yep. And then it was me, and actually I met the kids that worked there, same age as me, and football. We played football together, and that's kind of how I got involved.
Yeah.
And then all summer, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. We'd get up, go milk cows. And
since 7 or 9?
9 years, about 9 years old.
That's crazy.
My
son would never. He's here right now. He would never.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, you know, I got a 9-year-old, and he grew up. He followed the footsteps. You know, I got pictures of him on the farm feeding calves and riding in the tractor and just sleeping. That's you know, that's amazing, just. Bro. But that's how I was raised. You know, you gotta. Hopefully, it helps him in the long run, so like it did me. But
like the old style of life is
the
still
old
out
still
there.
It's dying, but it's there.
Still out there.
It is.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I know you said something about you guys milk cows, 150 cows in the beginning. So, like, is there a difference in the milk that we're drinking right now compared to what you're drinking in 99? Or is that just a giant conspiracy?
So, you know, this is a topic, and I'm going to start by saying I'm not a professional. I don't, whoever watches this everyone's going to critique and say that's bullshit and that's this and that's that. But I'm not a professional. I'll just speak from my own knowledge and my own experience. Yeah. But it's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's all just, the problem is you got people involved.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say people, I mean the government. You know, everything's regulated now, and back in '99, it was the same way. You know, if you look at a milk jug right now, it'll say right on there, no growth hormones, and it'll say no RSBT.
Okay.
Well, that was something. So that was back.
What's RS?
So RSBT was something. So you got a cow that's sick, and this is the way I put it, and it. You know, there's going to be people that don't like it, but...
Yeah, but whatever.
So, to me, it was a flu shot.
Okay.
So, a cow gets down on milk, and when I say down on milk, she's sick, she's not feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if your wife breastfed, but some days you just don't have it.
Yep.
You know, it just happens. So, We give them a shot of BST.
And it goes.
And them cows would come back like no other.
Okay.
But by God, somebody thought that wasn't right and it caused cancer.
I mean, you can't pump out 10 gallons of milk and then it's clear from the system? Or?
So here's the problem. Our milk tank, this has been for generations. That milk tank, when they come to pick that tank, when that truck shows up, he pulls a sample of our tank, pumps the tank into his truck. Then when he gets to the milk factory, they take that sample and they test it. Well, if there's any signs of anything in that sample, that trailer gets dumped.
Right.
Back as long as I can remember, there ain't a truck out there that had
been tested.
Hormones. So the whole, that whole bullshit, everyone believes no growth hormones. Well, yeah, they test the shit before they even send it out to you. You know, it's so that it's all false advertisement. BST has been outlawed for. We haven't been able to buy it. Even on, I say the black market, and boy, that's but but there was some vets that still had it that you could kind of buy it because I'm not shitting you. That would bring a cow back like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way.
Yeah. But it would cause cancer in the cow or it would cause cancer in the people?
Supposedly it'd cause cancer in people.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there was one case, that happened, but it's all bullshit. That's what I say.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make sense.
And that's personal opinion.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Just, the whole growth hormone thing is that's fucking bullshit.
Really?
Oh, it's all bullshit. So like,
what do you mean?
So the whole growth hormone thing too, like, even anyone gets sick, penicillin. We give penicillin shots on the farm, no matter what. A cow gets sick, penicillin. That cow has a milk hold on her, so she don't get milked into the tank. So we milk her into a jug that doesn't go into the system.
Right.
And some of them have a 5-day milk hold. Depends on the shot, to take them back. That cow you'll never ever have, penicillin or growth hormone. No, you'll never have any of that shit out to the public.
Yeah.
It's all so government regulated, but they got to advertise it.
Right. Because
people pay money for it.
Right. That's so weird.
Yeah,
but that's so weird to think that, like, there's so many regulations and so many agencies and so many, like, different people just protesting against, like, the way our food is produced and the way our food is given to us.
Yeah, and it's just so that, another topic is all natural. So all natural came out. It was all this is all natural beef.
Yeah.
Buying beef, it's all natural.
Yeah.
You tell me the definition of all natural?
Like, so they don't eat just grain. They don't eat just...
Grain's natural.
Yeah, so, like, that's what... So, yeah.
There's no definition of what all natural actually is.
What do you mean?
What's all natural?
They only eat natural foods? Or
cows only eat natural foods.
Oh, so hold on. So, like, if someone was to go and buy a gallon of milk that wasn't an all natural, whatever.
So the only thing with a gallon of milk is organic. Mm-hmm. So you get into the organic talk. So let's talk organic. You want to talk organic? Let's talk organic.
Let's do it.
There's organic eggs. There's organic milk.
Mm-hmm.
It takes that cow to be certified organic.
Mm-hmm.
The land that the crops are grown on has to be, and I don't know exactly the amount of years, but it's about 5 years that ground has to be planted and not sprayed for pesticides or sprayed for bug, anything.
Okay.
For like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then they test the soil, and then they can certify that ground organic. Okay?
Okay.
So now that feeds the chickens or the cows, and it's organic feed. Well, now that's organic milk.
But there was no difference other than, like, they were sprayed for pesticides.
That's it.
Okay, but so, like...
now you got corn that's out in the field.
Yep.
That's, I'm sure you've seen cornfields. Corn grows above your head.
Knee-high before 4th of July.
The fucking corn looks up there. You drive past an organic field, that corn's about chest high, and it's got weeds through it. You can't even fucking see the corn.
No shit. And
it's
why
just the way
that?
It is.
And just because...
You can't spray for weeds, and you can't spray for bugs.
So, like, if I was to spray for weeds, what's the difference in quality of food or feed?
The quality of feed goes up. But it might cause cancer.
But does it? Do you like? Is there? I mean, there's got to be studies that show that those
So
sprays
the government
cause
has
cancers.
so the whole deal is Roundup. Monsanto is a big deal. You know, people are suing Monsanto, which is a chemical company that owns Roundup.
Yep.
You know, and I'm sure you've heard about it.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The whole, and that's another thing is, you spray for crops. Everything gets tested before it goes to the public.
Yeah.
Why can't I spray my crops to keep the bugs out of it to have a better crop?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they call it a resistance when you spray in the fields. So let's say do crop rotation. You spray off a hay field with Roundup to kill the hay.
Yeah.
And we're going to no-till it, so we're not going to work the ground. We're going to plant right corn to it.
Okay.
So now there's a residual. So I sprayed Roundup on that hay. Let's say there's a 5-day residual on the hay. I'm not going to plant corn for 5 days in that field. Well, now the Roundup's gone.
Right. There's nothing else.
But I'm going to plant the corn right after that 5-day hold. But people still believe that, you know.
So what is it that's selling people on believing that you're getting better food or better quality of food when you're talking about organic or all natural or whatever it is? Or is it just like a placebo effect?
It's a fucking placebo effect.
Yeah,
and it's all bullshit.
Like. Really?
To me, it is. It's to upsell.
Yeah.
It's, you know, organic food.
Yeah.
The normal person can't afford to buy it.
Yeah.
You ain't going to go to buy organic everything.
I'm not going to Trader Joe's for shit.
And you can't afford it.
Yeah.
But there's no different because now everything's so government regulated and tested.
Yeah.
Before really the public can eat it.
Yeah.
The hell with it. But I tell you this, half of America will go to a Chinese restaurant and get takeout.
Mm-hmm. Without question.
What are you eating?
I mean, to me, I've said it numerous times. My wife doesn't eat Chinese food. She doesn't even like the smell of it. She's like, oh, it might be cat and dog. That's some delicious ass cat and dog. And I'm still out here living. So.
But here's the thing, though.
You know what I mean?
And you cut a piece of, let's say, I'm sure you've cooked chicken breasts in your life at your homes.
Of course.
They look great, you know? Go to a Chinese restaurant and cut that orange chicken apart. The shit's pink or red or fucking stringy.
Yeah.
That ain't fucking chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm still alive, though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, it is what it is. So you feel like just people just get scared about, you know what I mean?
If somebody will pay extra money,
why not?
To think.
Yeah, why not? Whew, that sugar pill is a motherfucker at that point.
But here's the thing, too, is people say that grass-fed beef.
Yeah.
Grass-fed beef, it's great for you.
What's the difference between grass-fed, hay-fed?
I'm going to tell you this. That fucking cow ain't, that cow is finished on grass and pasture.
Oh, so it grows up on hay, a normal feed.
And grain. Yeah. It's like your doctor tells you got to lose weight, you got to do this. You're going to go to the gym, you're going to work out. You're going to do what it takes to be healthy.
Right.
That's what we do with animals.
Right.
That cow, an animal like that is not going to survive and be great to you to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Eating fucking grass.
Right. Right. Because at the end of the day, how much nutrition is in what it's eating?
Fucking zero.
And you're eating what you are what
fucking
you eat.
Zero.
So, yeah, no, 100%.
And that's, and it's just like I do this kind of explanation to people. Your dog gets sick.
Mm-hmm.
You take him to the vet. You trust that vet to do whatever they have to do to take care of that animal for you.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be for that dog to survive and have a good life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but how much more serious would you take that animal's life if you made money off of it?
100 times better.
You're definitely taking more care of that animal.
And I'm telling you what, if you would ever come to my farm, and I always, this was always the joke, that them animals were better cared for than I ever was.
Yeah.
And my kid will ever be.
Yeah.
If I seen a teardrop drop out of a cow's eye when I got her up to take her to milk,
yeah,
I'd talk to her.
Yeah.
What's
going on, babe? Yeah.
That's my livelihood.
Really?
You know, the abuse of animals, that's a big deal too.
Yeah.
They ain't never been to a real farm. The factory farm, that's a whole nother conversation, where guys are milking 5,000 cows.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. That's what's running the little guys out now is factory farms and
factory farms, are they regulated differently? Or is it pretty much just the same sense, just a bigger pocket?
It's same sense, same regulations. They got a little bit more money.
Yeah.
But the rollover of animals is faster.
Mm.
You can get I'll talk about this, I guess.
Okay.
So the life of a cow is, calf, raise them, their calf's born, raise them up, get them through about their first 2 years of life, and then you breed them.
Yeah.
Okay? Breed them, they have their first calf, they come into milk. That's when they start their milk. Okay? So a 2-year-old.
Makes sense. Yeah, that
so
makes sense.
After the first calf, they go into milk. Well, they have the same gestation period as a female. Every 28 days, they come into heat.
Yeah.
So get them their first calf, get them on a cycle. So we get them into a cycle. Every 28 days, they're coming into heat.
Mm-hmm.
Usually don't breed them on their first heat. Take them into their second. In our farm, we artificially inseminated every cow because it's safer. Okay. So with artificial insemination, you can score. We call them scoring cows. So
like hand up their vagina?
Well, just looking at them. Okay. So hip width, how wide their hips are, the way their back line is. Just so looking at.
Yeah, so like how deep to go type shit.
And just we want to breed them to a bull so they grade. So I buy semen on a score. Let's say a cow. So we grade heifers on like an 8-4-1. So she's got good hips. She's good and wide, birthing hips. She's going to pass a good calf. Got a really good back line. And, you want to breed her with a bull that going to have a good calf. So they they score that bulls. So I buy semen, a compliment to her score. You know what I'm saying? So there's, people think farming, there's a lot going into this shit. Sounds like it. So I'm going to breed her to a bull that she's going to be able to have it naturally. Mm-hmm. She's got good hips. If she's got narrow, so breed her to that. She's going to throw that calf, go into milk, and she's going to milk for, we'll milk her for, about 6 to 8 months before we breed her back.
Yeah.
So then you'll breed her back, get her pregnant. She'll still be giving milk. Then about 2 months before she's due, we call it drying up. Let her go out to pasture and eat good nutrients, feed her good so she grows a good calf. And then the cycle just continues, Right. She has that calf, comes back into milk.
So like with a factory farm, it's not.
They don't get
treated the same.
We get, we'll get 6 calves out of a cow.
Okay.
Just because the respect. A lot of big factory farms, maybe 3. Just the turnover rate's big. Yeah. They don't care. Yeah. They just need the tank full.
Right.
That's their deal,
But there's not more like pesticides, more.
No, it's all the same shit.
Yeah.
It's all the same shit.
Yeah. They just treat the cows in a worse manner.
Yeah, just because there's so many.
Right.
I bring it back to school. You got a class with 35 kids in it with one school teacher. There's going to be some bastard children in there.
100%.
You got a 35 kids with a teacher and a parapro.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
that's just how it is. Yeah. It's the same way.
That makes sense. So, like, when, I don't know, like, I started to dibble and dabble into, like, just trying to figure out, like, the process of, like, where our food came from and just, like, the food process and everything. And one thing that definitely stood out to me and just didn't really make sense was, why do we allow crops to die? Like, when I drive by a feed farm or I drive by a farm with, like, sweet corn, and I'm seeing people, like, allowing their crops to die. Like, why is that when we have people starving,
So what
in our country, or people starving.
So what
in
do
other
you?
countries.
What's your rule on thinking that it's dead? Let's do that. Let's do that.
I mean, if it's dead, right?
No.
No, but so farms aren't made to have dying crops.
Never. But that's why I think. Why do you think the sweet corn's dead?
Because I don't know. I have no idea. That was one thing that like I was like watching the videos and shit and like trying to like read articles about it and like X amount of farmers per year are supposed to allow their crops to die.
No.
Why? Why would you do that?
So the death thing, like that's all bullshit.
What do you mean?
You know, like so sweet corn. A lot of people think sweet corn's dead. Like, you know, after they pick, so they usually want to get 2 or 3 pickings out of sweet corn because it'll grow back. So they go through,
so like
they pick it, they snap it off, it'll grow back. You know?
Okay.
So you get a couple pickings. So like
before a season goes through?
Yeah, so the early shit is really sweet. The later stuff kind of is a little, But then they drive over it, you know, mow it over. It ain't dead. You know, you got your pickings out of it. And farmers never let their crops die. There's no such thing as a dead crop.
So, like, but when you drive down the highway, I know everybody's done it. When you see a withered-ass corn stalk field.
That's perfect.
What do you mean? How does that make sense?
Okay, so...
but
yeah, this is...
A common person would think that makes absolutely no sense.
So corn harvested for feed. So... You want high moisture in it. So you're going to cut it when the stalks are green still. You want good moisture.
Feed for your animals.
Feed for the animals, okay?
So you're cutting early. So now, corn that you're going to sell. So we sell corn to the ethanol plant. Yep.
There's an ethanol plant in Ione. They make gasoline out of it.
Okay.
Or we sell it for feed. That's got to be dry.
Okay.
And the only way it gets dry is when that stalk wilts. You've seen fields out there in the fucking snow will be on
That's gas.
Nope. We'll sell that we call it shell corn. You sell that to the ethanol plant.
And it'll turn into gas.
Yep, or you'll sell it to, Zeeland, right down the road from us, ZFS.
Yep.
They make feed out of it. You want it dry. So we'll leave that shit out in the field. It ain't hurting nothing. It dries out. So let's say we cut it early. We haul a load of corn out. That's 20% moisture. Yeah. Okay. The ethanol plant will only take it at 17 to 15% moisture. So we're going to take a dock. We're going to take a hit.
Yeah.
Because on price.
Yeah.
Because they got to dry it. You know. So you'll see corn out there that's standing in the wintertime.
They're just saving money.
Yeah, it's just drying out. Oh. You know, it's not dead.
So like that's weird, bro.
They're still gonna get to it.
To me, that's so weird because at least the videos that I watched, the articles that I read, it's sold as like it's bullshit. Like they're wasting food and there's people starving.
No, hell no.
See,
it's just out there. It's
crazy.
Drying. It ain't. It's not gonna sit out there and mold.
It's a natural drying process.
Yeah. So some farms don't have a grain dryer on site.
Okay.
Well, why the fuck would I take a hit? You know, some of it's, you might take a 35 cents per bushel hit.
Yeah.
Well, that's my livelihood. You know.
Yeah.
That might be your fuel
profits.
That might be your fuel cost just to put the shit in the ground.
Right.
Well, leave it out there. And the prices, corn prices fluctuate. It's a government stock market.
Why is that?
It's stock. We go off the Chicago Trade Board.
How much more you need it compared to?
It's just commodities.
Right.
It's all bullshit,
Yeah.
And the government controls it.
Yeah.
This is probably 15 years ago. We had $7 corn. So $7 a bushel. It was...
That's cheap, expensive.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It was through the roof.
So everybody was making money and the farmers.
We were making good money.
Yeah.
And then the stock market. And it crashed.
So now what are you selling?
I'd have to look today, but probably around $3. $3 a bushel.
From 7?
Oh, yeah.
Damn. That's a big-ass difference.
But milk...
That's crazy.
So, and we'll go back to this milk deal. That's why my Grandpa John's sold out.
Why?
The stock market crashed and milk prices took a shit, and I'm not. We're not gonna get too political, but Obama put a trade embargo, shut the trade embargo off with China. Okay.
And what was the trade embargo?
So we were shipping about 1.5 million pounds of powdered milk to China. Okay. Mm-hmm. Shut that right off. Why? So it flooded the United States market.
Oh, so we have too much powdered milk.
So we have too much just milk in
general.
Not even powder. The powder was, we'd process it
because it would shelf life
and send it. Yep.
Yeah.
So now 1.5 million pounds of powdered milk is fucking a ridiculous amount of liquid milk. Well, now you flooded the U.S. market. We got nowhere to go with it.
Right.
So the stock market the milk prices took a shit. Yeah. In a good price, we were, with premium because we got good grade A milk. You were around that 25. So we got paid about $25 per 100 pounds. We're paid by the pound.
Yeah.
And overnight, it crashed to about $12 per 100.
That's insane.
So now what do you do?
That's over half the price.
Over half. So what do you do?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it. You still have to milk them cows twice a day.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
And that's, so our broker, it's a 7-year turnaround. It's a 7-year turnaround. Hold on.
Right.
Well, you only can fucking hold on for so long.
Right, of course.
You start dipping into your own money.
Yeah.
Last thing you can do, you just got to sell out.
Right.
So that's why we sold out.
Mm-hmm. So that was that an effect of COVID?
It was just the presidential bullshit. The politicals, everybody's got to be involved in something.
Right. But I don't know. It's really hard to believe. Obviously, like just from the outside looking in, I don't work at a farm, never been around a farm, you know what I mean? In a professional sense. But to believe that there's people who grow food, make food, losing money while there's people who are hungry.
Every fucking day.
That's crazy. How? You know what I mean?
Our farm, a farm is so fucking government regulated. So there's a thing called a somatic cell count, okay? Mm-hmm. So that's a bacteria count.
Yeah.
They dip, like I told you, they dip our tank, pull a sample from our tank. If that somatic cell count is just a little bit high, we have the government at our farm going over fucking everything. To see why we have this little bit of spike.
But what would that cell count
spike
do?
Absolutely fucking nothing. Because they pasteurize the milk.
And what is
pasteurizing milk is you heat it up. So right when it gets to the plant, they fucking heat it up as hot as they can get it. And they cool it down and it kills all the bacteria.
Right. So as long as you drink pasteurized milk, it really doesn't matter.
And every milk is pasteurized.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So in the government, and I'm not shitting you. So if they show up to the farm and let's say we had a couple bulbs out inside of our parlor where we milk the cows, we'd get a write-up for that. We'd have to fix it right away.
But even if it didn't affect the cows?
It doesn't matter. The state's there, and they have this list.
Oh, shit.
And
holy fuck. So, like, every farm pretty much is regulated like a factory?
100%.
Like a factory?
100%. 100%. So, like,
I just don't, like, I'm sorry. Like, to the people who are listening, I really don't get what are we crying about?
There's zero to cry about. People don't, that's the problem, like, and there's nothing against you.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Nothing against anybody.
But, like, no, 100%. But, like, you would think.
Everyone just wants to listen to the news.
Yeah.
Or see videos. Where it's like I'm telling you.
Like, you see the cows driving on the highway and they look
sad.
You know what I mean? Like, motherfucking cow. Yeah.
They
cows
retired.
Don't show expression.
For one.
And they retire.
They're retired. They want to be fucking done.
Yeah.
They've worked their lives.
Yeah.
It's just like your fucking dog. He ain't going to live till he's 38 fucking years old.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Different creatures have different lifestyles. Our cows, we had a cow that lived till fucking 12 years old.
I was just going to say that. I just learned doing research on our podcast that cows don't even, like 10 is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was 12 years old, and we shipped her off to auction, and I hate to say this, but they ground her up, and she's dog food. That's just what it is.
Yeah. But, I mean, she fed somebody else.
She's feeding your fucking
going.
dog at home.
Don't you think to me, that's a beautiful thing?
I think it's fucking great.
Yeah, no, me too.
She didn't go to the fucking landfill.
No, yeah, no, 100%. To me, that's a beautiful thing. The fact that you can feed the next life form and keep the next life form going and keeping the rotation of just the world going is beautiful.
It's a full circle.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And that's the problem that a lot of people have, you know. They want to believe the vegan, vegetarian life's the way to go.
Hold on.
You know?
Let's take a break. Let's take a fucking break, and we will be back. And tell me about that shit.
But either way it go, when I'm at home, I'm here. So it's fuck that nigga and fuck you too. I'm the elephant in the room like a double bubble goose. 12:26, my presence too big for a coop. Ain't waiting on my chances.
We back with the B.Garber podcast. I just let Kyle listen to some exclusive music. You know what I mean? And he fuck with it. But just to jump off of what you were saying, to me, I feel like I did 33,000 people stream me last year on Spotify alone. I did insane numbers. I did shows that I wasn't supposed to be on. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So to me, with the music shit, I love it. I will never not do it. But it doesn't tickle me anymore. Like it doesn't give me the tickle of talking to people. It doesn't give me the tickle of like just expressing what I need to say long form.
Yeah.
Music to me is metaphors. Not to cut you off, but music to me is metaphors and short like sentences. Like I could say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you," and da da da, and it literally means like I'm gonna beat you in ping pong. You know what I mean? So
I get it.
I'm just ready to like talk.
But to hear you, working side by side, and you're, going to Texas and going to Colorado to play, it's like,
no,
not many people from Grand Rapids, even from the state of Michigan, can say that.
No, for sure. I'm profitable.
But and if that's not what you want to do, that's cool. But that's a gateway to what you're doing right now.
I feel like what I did, 100%, I agree, and I appreciate your words, but I built my career off of telling people who are younger than me to sell drugs, kill people, gang bang, and that's where my success came from. And I'm not gonna dwell on it, but it bugs me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my brain, my mentality, my mindset, and just the way I'm focused on things is just so much deeper than that.
But here's the thing. It's never too late. You got them same kids roped in, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And it's never too late to change what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still going to fucking follow you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's never too late.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we just talked about Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Same fucking thing.
100%.
It's never too late to change.
No.
And I think you got it. I think
we'll
you're going.
We'll see, bro. We'll figure it out, man.
I think you got it in you, and I think you're going to go far.
No, we'll figure it out, bro. I'm not going to lie.
Talking about Joe Rogan, and fuck, this might be Joe Rogan shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I'm not saying that we'll be Joe Rogan.
No,
but I feel like it's inspired by him 100%. And I really do enjoy, like, you see me at work. I love talking to people.
Every day.
I love asking questions and, like, questions that people wouldn't ask regularly.
Even if it's stupid shit.
Yeah, no.
It don't matter.
Yeah, no, it's just funny. And just to see, like, people's like, oh, what the hell?
But that's how you feel people out.
Yeah, no, 100% saw it off of that. She's a 10, but she can beat your ass, right?
Yep.
Right? Like, you try to fight her back.
Yep.
But she knocked you out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing you can do about it.
Yep.
But she's a 10 in every way you can imagine. Could you do it? 3 times a month, you getting beat up.
Okay, but here's my back question.
Go ahead.
Do my parents like her?
She's a 10.
But
She's a 10. So a 10 is your 10. You feel me? However you imagine her.
Am I getting a black eye?
Yeah. Probably 2-3 times a year.
Oh,
so you're getting beat up.
2-3 times a year.
You're getting beat up 2-3 times a month.
Ooh, a month. All right.
This makeup sex is incredible.
Can't fight back.
But
I can't fight back. That's my problem.
No, you can fight back, but she's gonna beat your ass. You're gonna be emasculated just because she beat your ass. If you do fight back.
I'm gonna say she's an 8, but I'm doing it.
No, I would too. I would too. Would she have to make a certain amount of money?
Oh yeah, she's gonna have to have a good job.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know, the bills are gonna have to be helped a lot. You know.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Plain and simple.
For sure.
But I'm taking an ass beating.
Yeah, no, me too. At least a couple times a year, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
What happens at my house is my business.
That's right.
You feel me?
And if I gotta lie about a black eye here and there, I guess we're gonna fucking do her.
No,
because I already married way up, as you heard.
So? You think so?
Yeah. I married way up, man.
Yeah. I did too. I won like a motherfucker.
It's pretty good when Barrick and Gabe tell me, I married up. That really does it, But no, my wife definitely married up. Yeah. Sure you did.
Yeah, no, I did. Like a motherfucker.
Fuck.
Like a mountain. Yeah. It's not even.
Takes good care and married way up. She's smoking hot.
All right, so what were we talking about before the break, bro?
Fuck, we were just getting started on the vegetarian deal, All
right, no, so go ahead, bro. Let's talk about the amount of animals that die.
I came here and hoping you would drink a Busch Light with me. I'm a Busch Light guy, and that's a farmer's creed, I guess you would say, and they brought cold ones, so we might as well do it now, you know what I mean?
You feel me?
And they're fucking ice cold, because I don't drink anything that's not ice cold.
No, so what's the difference?
So we'll talk about the vegetarian deal,
This is going to sound like a laced up question, but what's the difference between eating vegan to eating normal? I'm just going to say normal is eating meat, but eating meat, what's the difference between the amount of animals being killed?
Well, and we kind of pre-talked about this, but I think any person that has any common sense about life, in the life cycle of anything, eating normal, that a body needs protein and whatnot, is one animal has sacrificed its life.
Right.
And most of that is the end of its life. We all have an ending of life.
Yep.
And some of ours might be 100 years from now because of the way we eat, the way we take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Animals, not so much. Yeah, we talked about dogs,
Not to cut you off, but it just came to my head again. We complain about the way we eat in our, what's in our food, but we live longer than anything. Yeah, no, so. Yeah, but no, go ahead. Back to what you were saying.
And that's because we inject ourselves with vaccines that are, nobody knows what they are. Yeah. And, we live that long because you're putting shit in your body. You don't know what it is.
Right, of course.
You go to the doctor.
You eat a hot Cheeto, you don't know what the fuck it is.
Well, you need a fucking 100%. COVID shot. What the hell is in that? You know what I'm saying?
100%, brother.
We'll get back to it. But, the vegetarian deal, like I said, a normal person eats a cow. A cow can feed a family of 7 for a whole fucking year. One cow. A lot of families will buy a half a beef, which is a half a cow. That'll feed them for a whole year.
Yeah.
A vegetarian wants to eat a salad. Let's say a head of lettuce out in a field you're killing ladybugs and worms and grubs. You're keeping the deer out. Yeah. That's natural food for deer and squirrels and rabbits.
Yeah.
You're killing those things off.
Yeah.
You're planting kale and all this shit.
How many small rodents get killed up in the process of picking that shit up?
And the goal of you just keeping them out.
Yeah.
Because a vegetarian and a vegan want to eat no Roundup, no spray, no things like that. Well, overgrown fields with weeds that have crops in them are perfect places for rabbits, field mice, anything. Deer love to hang out in overgrown fields. Well, that's what an organic field is.
Right.
The vegetarian deal is kind of, we talked about this. It kind of makes you laugh.
Why do you say that, though?
It's just, we'll kill one animal to feed us for a year, and a vegetarian will kill 25 animals just to have a Cobb salad.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's my thing. But,
no, for sure.
But vegetarians and vegans don't look at the big picture.
Yeah.
They listen to what other people have to think.
No,
what other people have to say.
There's scientific proof saying that, like,
it just
eating meat and eating organisms is what made humans' brains develop.
It's just not good for you to eat salad.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I need to eat more salad.
So, like,
but
me too, brother. Me too. But what's the argument? Like, obviously, you're not a professional. I feel like I have a small argument to it. But, like, what's the argument to, like, if we were meant to eat meat, we would eat it raw?
And there's nothing wrong with eating meat raw.
What? I can't eat a gallon of raw chicken? Or I can't eat a chicken breast raw? No, I have never. But
have you ever tried?
No. Fuck, that sounds insane.
It ain't going to kill you. It ain't going to kill you.
I don't believe you.
There ain't nothing in that chicken. And here's a funny thing. I just listened to a barbecue podcast, because I smoke meat.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a big barbecue smoker.
Yeah.
Okay. I just listened to a podcast, and they said chicken has came from 165-degree finish down to 145 because there's no effect to eating raw chicken. Raw chicken, eating your chicken, salmonella is a fucking... that's if you leave it on your counter for 4 fucking days and it grows death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all... There's people out there that
I've seen people who eat raw meat straight the fuck up. Liver King ate raw liver on Facebook, Instagram.
It ain't gonna kill. So tonight, I'm making ahi tuna at my house.
What the fuck is that?
So it's tuna.
Raw tuna?
Tuna.
Raw fish?
But it's seared. I'm gonna sear it on both ends and eat it raw. There ain't no different than a beef cow. Really? How do you eat your steak? And if you say fucking well done, I'm going to come across this table on you.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't fuck with steak. I'm not the biggest steak person.
Yeah.
But I fuck with a steak taco. But I fuck with like a steak sandwich or like a steak. But like a chunk of steak doesn't do it for me. So like I would never order a steak. Like it would have to be served to me.
Yep.
Not by choice.
I'm gonna have you up one time, and I'm gonna make you a steak.
Okay. I've had Barrick steak.
Yeah, fuck Barrick.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. You know what I'm saying?
But his steak was bleedy as shit, like bloody as hell.
I'll make you a good steak.
Okay.
Brisket. You know what a brisket is?
I know what a brisket is.
If you come up for the holiday, Silver Lake, bro. We make brisket and we make pork butt, and you would shit yourself.
Okay.
And that ain't cooked to government regulation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit is not gonna kill you.
No.
Nothing is gonna kill you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Asians have eaten raw fish for a lifetime.
See, I was gonna say that. Like, as an American, I feel like I've watched people in India on these little TikTok, Instagram, Facebook reels. These motherfuckers be eating the wildest shit. And they normal looking ass motherfuckers. Like, it's not like they look malnourished or under, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I agree.
And the fish thing with the mercury. These fish got mercury in them. I can't eat it.
Yeah.
Asians have been eating raw fish for eternity.
They have a higher life expectancy than us.
For eternity.
Yeah.
Never kill them.
Yeah.
It's just people they listen to one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say this, but the fucking liberals listen to one fucking person. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, bro.
There's one person that says, this is wrong. Mm-hmm. By God, this is wrong. Yeah. Without any scientific, and I'm not an expert. Mm-hmm. I've been in the industry for a long time.
Yeah. No, that's why I brought you on here. Because it would only make sense for someone who knows the way the farm works, knows the way that we eat our food and all that shit to be able to explain why, like, all of a sudden for the last, like, at least for me, the 5-10 years, I can't eat anything without I'm about to die.
And there ain't nothing out there that's going to kill you because it's so regulated. Yeah. Everything is so regulated right now. And it blows my mind that people spend... So I have friends, and I'm not going to put names out there, but they have grass-fed beef that they sell for ridiculous amounts of money.
And people are willing to pay it.
And these people are lined up.
But isn't that Gucci, Louis, Prada, Fendi? That's every name brand, anything. You put a name brand on meat, and people are like, oh.
These fucking cows, no different.
Like, I had a perspective living in Michigan. We do have our farms, our big farms. Yep. Michigan big farms. Driving down to Texas... We don't feed nobody. No. We feed like 12 people compared to what Texas... Like, no, there's no shortage of food. There's no shortage of meat. No. There's just not. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when people are like, oh, we're running out of food, there's people starving. Like I'm sorry, but you're doing it to yourself. Like, at a certain degree, you have to understand that, like, there's so much wasted food. There's so, like, people just don't give a fuck about it. And the simple fact that, like, people are complaining about the quality of food when they absolutely have no idea of what's going on at the farms that grow these foods.
The problem is the people that bitch about the quality of food eat at Taco Bell and McDonald's every fucking day. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's plain and so. They don't go to a meat market to buy meat. Right. Today, before, you told me 3 o'clock today, I was fucking cool. I went down to the downtown market to the fishmonger and I bought fresh tuna. Yeah. And fresh Atlantic salmon.
Yeah. That's at Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Did it cost me a lot of money? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, but you know what?
You know what you're going to eat today.
It's good shit. Yeah. When I buy beef, I'm going to go to Byron Center Meats. I'll go to Bob's Butcher Block. Yeah. I'm not going to fucking Meyer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go support your local guys, because them are local animals. Yeah. Byron Center Meat slaughters those people local animals.
Those cows are eating the same food.
Right where you're from.
Grown in your area.
Right where you're from. Yeah. And right now, and this ain't a plug for Byron Center Meats. I'm not sponsored by them.
Byron Center Meats.
They have a pig-tastic deal going right now. You can get a half a pig for $263. Yeah.
Ooh, what?
That's like 50 pounds of pork.
We might have to hit them up.
You know what I'm saying? That's through March 15th. Yeah. And you get sausage, bacon, pork chops.
We might have to hit them up. That's crazy.
You get all that shit for $263.
Byron Center Meats stuffed pork chop or stuffed chicken breast and smoked pork chops are
all that shit is local.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's local shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people go to Meyer and buy this shit
and you expect to be eating like Gordon Ramsay.
And then get pissed off when it's low quality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Local, like the chicken. Them are local chickens. Yeah. And my grandpa John is actually really good friends with Herbie Herbrook, which Herbrook owns Herbrook Chicken Farm in Ionia. They are the largest chicken farm in Michigan. They supply all the eggs to every McDonald's in the Midwest. They own Egg Beaters, which is...
Oh, shit.
So, Herbie you drive through Ionia, you've been through there.
Yeah, 100%.
Big ass barn
I know exactly
off to
what
the
you're
right.
talking about. Yeah.
So Herbie Herbrook is the largest chicken farmer around.
Yeah.
And he's just went to all organic. You know, he did the whole deal.
Yeah.
But that's local shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every McDonald's in the Midwest is supplied by that boy in Ionia.
That's crazy.
And he spent his time doing the organic deal, and he did the whole deal.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's millions.
That sounds like it.
Millions.
That sounds like it. Whew. That's crazy, bro.
So, but you got to buy from local.
Yeah.
You want quality, you buy from local.
No, for sure.
And the Grand Rapids market did that for me today.
Is there anything you want to say to the people before we wrap this up?
I want to thank you for having me.
Of course, bro. You'll be back.
Yeah,
Don't get twisted.
Fucking fun.
Nah, I love it.
You know?
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah.
You're
Get some people on here and want to debate and have fun.
Yeah, no, we'll see, bro. No, but I definitely need you back. But no,
yeah, absolutely.
Come on, man. Like, you got to at least have some last message just to tell the people about your farm, about how shit's going, everything about that, man.
Things are good. Still raising a few beef cattle. You know, moving cows here and there.
Yeah.
You know, I just wish I could be still milking cows, but retirement plan is I'd like to get back into raising bucking bulls.
Oh, okay.
My grandpa bred and raised bucking bulls for the PBR for a long time, and
and you talk about you hunt and fish.
You know, right? Hunting, fishing.
Yeah, so we'll be back talking about that.
We'll be talking.
You know what I mean?
You know, that'd be fun.
Back. Yeah, no, for sure.
It's,
for sure.
Totally different lifestyles, and I like to be here and talk about it.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
Work side by side with you, and boy, do we have some differences. But
hey, but we'll be back with the B.Garber podcast before you know it with Kyle. Well, we have to speak.
The wife.
Hello.
I know your ass ain't still in the motherfucking studio with your cousin. If you don't get your ass home now, your kids is at home, everybody's waiting for you. Bring your ass home.
Oh, shit, yeah, hey, cuz, we gotta go.